Hi, Miss Novella here, walking you through the digital erased portrait project. So we're going to be using a free app, SketchbookX. Tap on it. On the upper right-hand corner, there are two stacked papers. Tap on that. And then tap on the flower with a plus sign. Go to the photo library and find your image that you took for this project. Then hit the plus sign on the lower left-hand side. And then that's going to be your drawing layer, the paper with the grid. But we need to reduce the opacity on our image, so tap on the image again and toggle down the opacity about 60%. Tap back on the drawing layer and tap out of your picture. So the goal is to create a line drawing around your image that looks like this. So if you look very closely, there was an initial line drawing around all of the perimeter details of the portrait, including the details inside the portrait, eyes, nose, mouth. So everything has been outlined. In addition to that, texture has been added to the hair, shading has been added to shaded areas using cross-hatching techniques. So that is what you're going to be doing to your picture, is outlining and also identifying areas of shading and then applying shading to those areas. So let's get started. The tools that we're going to be using, if we hit the toolbar, it's the paintbrush. You're going to be using the number 2 pencil. The radius is 4. All of your color is toggled to the left, and your black and grayscale tool is toggled at 45. Tap into the picture, use your 2 fingers to expand, and begin your line contour drawing with your stylus, getting as close to the edge of the outline as possible. And then when you get into areas like hair, I find it best to generalize shapes. So you can see I've got a couple tufts right here. I'm simply going to create general shapes to close them up. All right, and I'll do that every now and again. So hair kind of comes off into, if you make a mistake, you can hit the back arrow and expand, expand again, and finish up. All right, and we're almost done with the hair on this side, just generalizing shapes. All right, now I'm using the ear as an example for how you're going to outline areas of shading. So you can see I'm finishing up the hair going around the ear. I'm generalizing those shapes. And now I'm ready to detail the ear. So what I could have done is I could have just outlined the ear and continued on, but you see all these little areas of dark shadows inside the ear? I am going to outline those, because when I outline them and add those shading techniques, it looks really good, especially when I erase it. You can see all that detail. So this part of the neck right here is also shaded. All right, so I am going to stop, but you will need to outline everything else: shoulders, the neckline, fingers, the tool that they're holding, all the details inside the face. And I'm going to just show you how to save when you're all done. When you're all done outlining everything, the first thing you need to do is tap back on the layers, tap back on the photo image, and then reduce the opacity all the way down to the left so you just see the line drawing. All right, tap into the picture and hit the plus sign on the upper left-hand side and tap Save. Then you'll tap the grid on the upper left-hand side and find the image that you just saved. And then on the bottom, you'll hit the flower with the arrow shooting off to the right, and you'll say Photo Library, and you'll choose the orientation, whether you want it to be flipped or rotated. I'm just choosing Portrait, how we left it, and then it exports it immediately into the photo gallery. So let's just check to make sure. Tap your photos. Here it is. But again, your goal is to finish a line drawing that is very detailed, shaded, texturized, just like this one. All right? So have fun with your line drawing, and we'll move on to the next step.